Good morning, dear customers, and welcome to today's session. Thank you for joining us on time. Let's give a few minutes to the rest of us to catch up, then we can start. Karibuni sana. Good morning, Paul. Thank you for joining us. Are you in Nairobi? Victor Kenneth, karibu sana. Nelly Omondi, Masi, Laban, Olubai, Jane. Karibuni sana to today's training. We are glad you could join us. Good morning. Today we are looking at building alliances for business growth to see who we can partner with to expand our businesses and to what can come of it. We are ready for you. Karibuni sana. We are just holding on for our other counterparts to join us. Asanteni for being here. Nisalimieni kwa chat nijue muko. Fortunas, Edwin, Benjamin, Alice, welcome to today's training. We are very grateful that you could join us. Thank you, Laban. Dr. Even when we are talking about alliances, I have Paul Mugambi who's saying on the chat is interesting in making business become more disability inclusive. I mean, those are things to look at.
Yes.
Masi Nyambura, you say you're glad to be here. We are also glad to have you. This is KCB Biashara Club. We are glad to be hosting this training. We've been having our trainings this year starting from 8 to 9:30 every Wednesday. Next week, we'll be having one extra one on Monday between 9 and 10:30. Monday will be International Women's Day, so we'll be celebrating that with a webinar. I will be posting the link shortly. Karibu sana Mary. I am sure you're glad, like the way we are glad that schools opened. We are hoping that we continue at it and we are all healthy as a nation and safe. Karibu sana to today's training. Thank you for joining us. Even as we continue waiting for the others to join before we start, I just want to know how many of you are using internet banking and how is your experience. If you're not, you should be on it so that you can be able to transact on your own, view your own statements, be able to transfer money, be able to transfer money to your own phone, to other accounts, PesaLink. Mutsaza says he's using. I hope you're having a beautiful experience. Internet banking makes your banking experience very swift, convenient. As I said earlier, today's training, we are looking at how to build alliances for business growth. Just who can you partner with? What can you do? This year, we are looking at how to continue our businesses, coming back from 2020, which was a slow year. We are looking forward to tremendous growth. Good morning, Martin. Mutzaza, I've seen your feedback. Thank you. Good morning, Esther. I see she says internet banking tests discipline. I agree with you, but we were taught last week that we must remember business when Frida was teaching us over last weekend. She told us you must remember that at the end of the day, business income is business income. Thank you for your feedback and comment. Karibuni sana to today's training. We are just waiting for another 2 minutes, then we can start. Where are you logged on from? We're just giving feedback on how our internet banking usage experience is like. Jennifer Karibu, Martin Wairegi, we are happy to have you. Moses Sitati, Naomi, Nelly, Karibu sana. Roots, how are you? Welcome to today's training. Good morning and welcome to today's training. We are glad to have you. These webinars have been changed the time from last year. So this quarter we are having trainings every Wednesday from 8 to 9:30. We'll have an extra one on Monday next week from 9 to 10:30 to celebrate the International Women's Day. Karibuni sana to all of you to join us on Monday for the celebration. Today we are looking at building alliances for growth. And our speaker for the day is Dr. Stanley Karanja. Dr. Stanley Karanja has been with us for some while, a very able trainer, and we are glad to have him. Dr. Stanley, are you there?
Yes, I am there. I'm here.
Oh, good to hear.
I am here.
Would like to
I
start.
am here. Yes. I am here.
Okay, sawa, Dr. Stanley, we can start, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Nyambura, for the welcoming remarks, for letting the customers join this great and for the preparation and all good things you are doing for this great nation and the great bank and our businesses. Thank you. So we are there. We are continuing well. And I wish to go direct to our presentation today, what we have cooked for you. So we go on so that we can be able to learn how to build business alliances and where we are. My name is Dr. Stanley Karanja, Stan Consulting Group Ltd. The topic of the day is building alliances for business growth. Who are we as Stan Consulting Group? We are management consulting firm providing A to Z of consulting services, from strategy and planning and visioning to execution, customer service, sales, marketing, branding, human resource consulting from recruitment to deployment, performance management, research services, technology consulting, building maps, what we call as the business process mapping to help you have unique technology for use in your business. And we like connecting people's hearts through experiential team building. The thematic focus as for 2021, as well explained by Nyambura, is business continuity and planning as we continue with the new normal. Looking at financial planning and intention to uncover single points of high impact risk analysis. And this is what's continuing in the entirety of the various trainings we are offering. And today being focusing on the business, building alliances for business. So dear customer, what is business alliance? What is business alliance? It's very important for us to engage. When we are learning, when we are connecting, what is business alliance? We will wish you to go to the chat box. Kindly go to the chat box. What is your understanding by business alliance? Welcome to those who have just who are continuing to get into this webinar. Kindly, we are on get to the chat box. What is business alliance? What is business alliance? What is business alliance? Those who are able are in a situation whereby they can be able to write. Please, we welcome you to write. Thank you. What is business alliance? Business alliance. Dear participants, it's always good to participate. Thank you so much, Masi Nyambura, connecting to business partners and affiliates. Thank you so much, Masi Nyambura. What is business alliance? In the acquisition and sharing of knowledge, there is your way of understanding. There is no right or wrong way of how you understand a concept. Thank you, Peter Karaoke. Business alliance is partnering or working together with other businesses to achieve a common goal. Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter. Murtaza Nadmi, working with like-minded people or with people with the same or similar goals. Thank you. We'll be able to see this as we continue, and there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong understanding of a concept. So, working with like-minded people. But we may have questions. Do you need to be thinking the same? Should you have the same type of skills? Business partnership. Business partnership. Nelly Omondi is saying business partnership. Saying business partnership. Eric Ogola, thank you for joining. Business alliances means collaboration between enterprises to foster prosperity. Thank you. Caroline Otrichi is saying it's agreements. Nelly says business partnerships. Oh, Wilson says partnerships with people to achieve a certain goal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear participants. Having business relationships and networking to achieve a common goal. What is business partnership? Partnering with others who would help in adding value to your business. Great. When we meet, we bring ideas together and then we connect. So, business, what is business alliances? So we go to a bit of definition and then we continue. What is business alliance? These are strategic alliances, a cooperative agreement between two or more people or companies or entities that agree to share resources to pursue the common set of goals, but remain independent even after the formation of the alliance. So, dear participants, from your chat box, we are in the same wavelength. We are focusing on the understanding of what are business alliances. Company form strategic alliances. Entities form strategic alliances. Persons form strategic alliances to complement their own competencies and capabilities. There's one story I would wish to share with you, and this story is always available and it's one of the great success stories. Have you ever heard, of course, you have heard of the Apple, the MacBooks, the iPhones? Who comes into your mind? Who comes into your mind? We all know the front person who had the great selling capability, the Steve Jobs. Have you ever thought, was he the one producing those quality gadgets? There was another Steve. What was the other Steve competencies to build the great organization, the great products, the great multinational that we have? Thinking business alliances. Get them that can complement your own competences and capabilities. And that's why we sometimes look, what is this that I am good in? I'm good in selling. I'm good in marketing. I'm good in people. Am I good in technical? What are the people? What do people want in the marketplace? I have the idea. Do I have the money? I have the discipline. What is this that I have? And everybody in this life has something. So the first important thing is you need to know, what do you have? Then for you to succeed in your planning, what is this that you need from the other person? So that for us to be able to build alliances. These are collaborative relationships, sharing assets. Assets, financial assets, physical assets, mental assets, emotional assets. What type of assets? And these resources and risk and rewards to create greater value. My dear participants, it's very important to be able to know when we're building business alliances. Do I need somebody who can be able to support me? Somebody exactly like me who has what I have? No, I need someone who has something different. If I get someone who is very good in process perspective, I am good in customer perspective, then we also need somebody good in financial perspective. We also need financial resources. If I do not have financial resources, when I'm building an alliance, do I need somebody who has the financial muscle so that we can be able to complement each other? The collaborative relationship shares assets and resources and risks, and as well as rewards. Remember, it shall never be a relationship, an alliance. If you share assets, you share resources, you share risks, but there are no rewards. We must be together in the journey. Productive, profitable business alliances. I've seen many people who are doing, and you and I, we can share different experiences, either ourselves or people, who you got into alliances, what happened. You shared your assets, you shared your resources, you shared your risks. You did not share your time sometimes, which is also a resource. Then you never got the rewards. What went wrong? What do we need to understand from today? How do we need to learn from today going forward? How do we need to refresh the knowledge and the experience? And also critique our own belief systems so that we can be able to forge forward and be successful in our different ventures, in our different investments. Because we need rewards and create greater value for the customers and for ourselves and for our organization. Greater value than could be accomplished independently. If I can do it alone, if you can do it alone, if your organization can do it alone, then you don't need the other person. You don't need the other organization. So the thought process is very important. So your voice counts. Which are these resources that make the need to have business alliance? So let's get to the chat box. Kindly chat, write something. Which are these resources do we need to have this business alliance? Which are these resources would you seek? Which are these resources would you seek from another party to build the business alliances? So let's get to our chat box. Let's get to our chat box. Let's get to our chat box and we continue chatting. Thank you. It's always good to interact. It's always good to enjoy. Okay. Know-how. Okay. Thank you. Capital. Thank you. And thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Murtaza, Mercy, expertise, yes, facilities, very important. You may have the idea, you need idea, and you may have the know-how, you don't have the money. You need money. Thank you, Hannah. So Murtaza should meet Hannah. You have the know-how, Hannah has the money, or the vice versa. Nyambura has Mercy Nyambura has the expertise and has the facility, has the land. Dr. Peter Kitonyo has the technology, very important. We need sometimes even people build technology platform or the technology skills so that we can complement each other. Yeah, finances, important. Technical, legal affairs. You need somebody to understand your documents. Particularly, you're doing a lot of documentation. Yeah, and everything that you're doing, you need someone else who can be able to complement what you have, the networks, the expertise, team building. You need time, you need knowledge. Sometimes you have the money, you have everything, but you don't have time. But you need this person who has the time and can invest in it. Knowledge, specialized employees. Yeah, some people have built specialized employees. They can get from them. They have even maybe recruitment agencies. Where can I be able to tap? Somebody is able to build people, and you can be able to see this. I consult for many of the retail for the supermarkets and other businesses, multinationals, and I have seen sometimes the most successful supermarkets, be it their brothers or big family or beyond. There is something that they do. You will go and meet either one of the brother or the sister is very good in a particular, is very good on people. Then the other one is very good in networking. Then another one is very good in finance. You see such an organization sustains, it grows. They need one another, money and technology, network, funds, integrity, physical resources. Thank you so much, Zach, Hesbon, Wilson, among all of. So it's very, very important for us to be able to know where we are as a business. The most important thing is to be able to, okay, Tevi Autocare Limited is saying to be able to outsource the resources unavailable. What you cannot outsource so that you can complement what you don't have, so that you can be able to deliver your vision. Okay. We continuously seek first to understand what is this that we have. So the most important thing, dear participants, is assess thyself. Assess thyself. Ask yourself, what do you have? What are you good at? Then check your weaknesses. Do a quick sort. Strengths. What do you have? What are you good at? Then, to be able to deliver, but before this, you needed to have a definite aim, a vision. Then you can be able to connect and say, now, matters to deliver my vision. This is what I have. This is what I don't have. These are the opportunities which are there. So that even building alliances, you have something written. That's how alliances make sense. Don't get into alliances without, first of all, doing self-assessment. Understanding business alliance is also very important for us to think, have time. Time is one of the greatest resources. And this is why you hear people many a times not doing very well. Someone says, I had, and also either not having time, particularly those people who are working in the 8 to 5 type of businesses, they don't have time, but they may have money. So they need you who is available. So you have one resource, it's called time. You may have diligence. So, but someone else is working, is busy, has money, he has facility, he can take loan. You're a small business person, you have the idea, but whatever. How do you build alliances? You have the time. But don't forget, there must be reward, even if they are not available. Sometimes people misuse other people's time as if it's not a resource. So that one should be captured. The potential reward is worth the effort. Strategic alliances are the most effective approach to take your business to significantly higher level in a relatively short period of time. What do I need to do? In government, there are programs that we do. We help them consults to achieve key fundamentals, big ideas, whereby there's something you always hear this verb word, RRI, Rapid Results Initiative. Within 100 days, how can we be able to achieve? Within 6 months, within 1 year, what can we achieve? What do I need to be able to deliver this? Very important for us to appreciate that. So always need to know what you have, what you need to deliver something, first of all, you had. And how do you be able to check these things? All the resources we have captured, we have said we have this type of resource, we have time, we have this, we have that. Now, always try to find out from the 4 business perspectives: customer, what skills, what sort do you have on customer? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities? So that you can be able to know self-evaluation. Are you able to reach the customers? Are you not able to reach them? Are you able to attract them? Are you able to develop them? Are you able to convert them? If you are able, yes, do you have the money to deliver the product, to deliver the service? Then you can be able to know what you require. So if you have financials, well and good, but you may not have the customer skills or the customer panel or platform. So see how we can be able to work together. You can also meet somebody who's very good, who has products. And I have seen many people in the business, that have the product, but they don't have the know-how how to deal with customers. Biashara business, KCB Biashara Club helps with this kind of training. How do we do customer? How do we do financial planning, stewardship? And now we are in business, building business alliances, building financial muscles. Yeah. I have operated my business for the longest time with KCB. I have overdraft, I extend them depending. They use have available facility. It's an alliance. They understand my business. They visit my business. My branch manager visits me. What can we do? The other day, the branch manager from KCB came and asked me, what do you think? How can we help you? What do you need to achieve and you don't have? As we have money. You have the business ideas and you're available to execute them. Where can we partner? How can we build strategic alliances? Internal business processes that create efficiency. What products? What platform? What technology? What legal abilities that you have, that you know you have, and the people in the financial, in the customer, they don't have, that you can be able to either get them to be able to achieve a great vision you have. And all these things can never happen without people. You need skills. We need people with knowledge. We need people with innovation. Are you able to develop capacity? Are you able to do business? I do a lot of business when it comes to human beings, and when it comes to human resources. I get a company that tells me, I have this product, I don't know what to do with it. I want it to go to the market. So would you get good people? That's the organizational capacity they deliver. Do you have good people that can help me get it to the customer? And definitely they will get the reward. And also I will get my reward and my share. So very, very important for us to appreciate again our customers, where use this framework. This is a framework that I always use because I'm an expert in this. And I believe in any business, whatever you're doing, there must be customer. Then comes money. Then the processes, production, procedures, processes. Then people with technology as a capacity and innovation. And we will be able to go and build our businesses to the next level in the new normal, building alliances for growth. You don't need to get stressed. Sometimes small, medium businesses don't have even time for meetings, don't have time for training. You need to come for training, be able to know. KCB is one of the best banks that provide the platform for SMEs to learn. Have time, start thinking. Have your time, think through, so that you can be able to know, what do I have? What should I do? How do I do a strategy map? What is my vision? How much do I need to make? Sometimes in this plan, you start with financial. What are my all expenses and what I need to achieve on financials? So what type of business and what type of turnovers I require? Very important for us to do that. I would wish to launch a poll and see we indulge together. Do you have any business alliances so far that is working? And have you ever tried to establish an alliance before? Kindly get to the poll. It's very simple poll, yes. Participate. The poll is ready for you. So click. Do you have any business alliances so far that is working? So you click yes or no. Simple stuff. Have you ever tried to establish an alliance before? So we have a minute, then we'll be able to see how we are faring on this. So, and we can have the results. Okay. So 53% of us say we have had an alliance before. 53% say yes, we have had an alliance before. So you need, during this training, you need to ask yourself, did it work? Did it not work? If it worked, what were the learnings? If it did not work, what were the learnings as well? And 76% says they have you ever tried to establish an alliance before? Yes. The question is, did it work? Did it not work? So as we continuously, we will be able to learn more and be able to appreciate what really happens for it to be successful. It has to be purposeful to build an alliance. Why did you build that business alliance? Let's share some insights. So get to the chat. Today, one to be very interactive. So get to the chat again, explain. Why did you build the alliance? What was your intention? And then we continue. So it's always good to share so that we can be able to see how are we connecting the knowledge and the activities. Many people build alliances. What went wrong? Were they successful? Thank you. What was learning? Are you continuing with more alliances? If they are not successful, what was the learning? So let's get to the chat. Let's chat. I'm expecting the 3 chats we have. We get the first 3, 4, we share, and then we move. Why do we build alliances? Why did we build them? Okay. Why did we build them? Yes, thank you, Nelly. For market growth. You wanted to, thank you, for market growth. You want to be in different markets, in different towns, in different countries. You need alliances of the people who have the business network. Very important. So, Dr. Peter did not have enough time for the business. Oh, you had an alliance, did not have time for business. And this is where we are discussing and saying, time is also a resource. Please, you need to capture. I have the money, I have everything that I have. You, my fellow colleague, will you be available? Be there, ensure that you're available for our business to grow. That's what I need as their contribution. So, very important for us to continuously be able to navigate this. Okay, increase products for us to be able to increase product range and variety. Fantastic, Mutaza. Some of whom are saying, I built the alliance because I didn't have enough capital to prosecute my project. Good. Did it? Well, is it successful, not successful? That's what we need now to start continuously thinking about it, so that the next alliances that we are building gonna be successful. Increase product range, yes. Tap on professional knowledge and experience, very important. There's some people who are very good. Martin, thank you, Martin, for joining. You tap on, there's some people who are very good, maybe in statistics, if you're doing consulting, they're good in statistics, can be able to help you. They are good in product development, program development. To synergize and enhance our competitive advantage. Thank you, Daniel. To access more capital for expanding our business, just us. This is it. This is it. I was to combine our cash and capital to have a good business. Yes, sometimes you need a value business to be able to get other of like-minded and grow. And we have seen that one even in our country today. What is happening in the retail industry that they are really expanding? By the time they need to expand and have the footprint across the country, they are looking for a strategic partner. You know this, particularly the supermarkets. They're going for capital, others are going for technology, others are going for both technological and capital. But those people who have the capital also, they are looking for where they can put money and they can invest. Fantastic. So, why build alliances? A strategic alliances creates a vested interest in each partner to help each other grow. Remember that other person you have must help, must be able to help to grow in whatever resources they're providing. And may I ask my participants, by the way, alliances that failed, why do they fail? Get to the chat box. Alliances that fail, why do they fail? Let's get to the chat box. This is a real topic whereby it is real what happens in our life as business people. The alliances that we fail, the alliances that failed, why did they fail? And we know they create vested interest in each partner to help each other grow. So what happens that they don't grow? That's what we are looking today, and we help one another in this as you share your why did they fail? It's a very fundamental question. Alliances, why did they fail? Choose the required documentation to have the business opportunity. Well, that was why we have. If you have a business, one director has money and the other one time, energy, one can the one with the time consider all the errands of the business as part of his share of the business? Oh yes, that's where we go wrong. How do you quantify this? You need to sit down and quantify. And this is what we are going to learn. We are learning today. You have one of the director, he has volunteered his time, his or her time. The other one has money. You must be able to agree, because you cannot take money and put it somewhere and it works. That's why you see in business investment, even when you go to a bank, they will always ask you, show us your cash flows, show us your plan, cash flow projections. They want to understand in what business are you doing, so that they can be able to assist you and help you. That's fundamental. Okay. So why do businesses fail? Lack of accountability. Yes, very true. Not meeting the contractual bargain. We need to build this, and that's what we are looking to do today. Poor engagement framework from the beginning. How did it start? And sometimes it's good to start, and never mind for failing, but don't take it as a failure. Take it as a learning. But when you take it as a learning, don't continuously fail and do the. Okay, why did it fail? Dishonesty among members, directors, staff, not having clear goals. Oh my goodness, Fatma Saleh, you are telling us not having clear goals. Various programs have come through KCB Biashara Club, where we have asked people how to do SMART goals, how to do measurable goals, that's SMART objective setting, so that you can be able to engage someone. And you must have this ability to engage, and sometimes get some legal experts. We have so many lawyers these days, but people have become very clever. They don't want to use them. And then you suffer the consequences. And clear agreement during alliances. Yes. Sam, Marilyn, lack of reward. Yes, you invested and there is no reward. Particularly if you're working. Or the other way, you don't see things coming. They're not coming. Wrong objectives. Bernard Sang. Wrong objectives. I hope we are learning something. Change of objectives in the midterm. You hear some people, they hear the business, they don't even wait for business maturity. Remember, there's something called the product life cycle. It's like a human being, even the business. You must have the time span, the timeline that we're planning, because it starts introduction, it starts growing, it goes to maturity. What is the span? And each service, each product has this. Today, I do a lot of business with many organizations, with government, private companies, people, mentoring, doing many things, different programs. But we always make sure from Stan Consulting Group we deliver, be it small or big or expansive, national, international, and all this. But it did not just happen. It did not happen. I know I'm speaking to someone. It did not just happen. It has taken 12 years of investment, of focus, of remaining waiting for our time. Yes, and we thank God. And that's what you should also, you must have a time span. Be careful not changing objectives and goals. Lack of trust. These are big things. The people and the cultures that succeed, Dr. Peter, are those people who trust one another. And you must understand the nature of human being. In fact, I tell people, if I was to go back to the university again, I would still learn sociology. You understand human beings. You understand human thinking and thought processes. Don't just fall. And there's one part when you're getting into business. When you're talking about trust, what is this trust you're talking about? Lucky Dube, when in his this great musician, the reggae musician who passed on in 2007. It happened. I was in South Africa, just where next Soweto. Lack of trust. He said, don't even trust yourself. Forget about trusting others. Don't trust yourself in business. And that's why someone said, oh, internet banking, it requires discipline. Yes, don't trust yourself even with internet banking. Put processes. How do I access this money? You're saying lack of trust. Yes, lack of trust. Don't even trust yourself. Make sure you follow the business processes so that we can all be able to grow and be able to deliver. Jared, you're saying probable lack of accountability and interest shifts. We have to keep track. We must agree. It must be written. And that's why sometimes in alliances, you need a third party, a lawyer, not meeting time frame to deliver by one party. How many times have you lost money because of believing people and just giving them money? Sometimes if you have some good money and you want to, you can give. Not meeting time frame to deliver by one party. We must continuously communicate and engage. Lack of chemistry and patience to allow business to grow. Now, this is very important, Wilson. Why are we lacking chemistry? Did you not know that we didn't have the chemistry? Then we need to be able to be checking this one. Do due diligence before you're getting to. But don't worry if you have learned something. So going forward, where do you get the chemistry? Where do you get the patience? How do you understand the product life cycle? Do due diligence, indulge, understand your business. Get to us. Let's start thinking. Get somebody who has a critical mindset to question you guys. There you are joking. Lack of expectations from one another. You are living too much expectation, not met. Lack of clear goals. Dear participants, wonderful. We are learning. I'm learning from you. You're learning from each other. Let's continue. Let's continue with this great conversation. Okay, so an alliance creates economic glue that holds together mutual benefit partnership. There must be an economic, this partnership. Why are we having it? You must ask yourself that question every time we meet. Are our eyes on the ball? It must be mutual beneficial, not one person. There are some people, those who have money, but the people who have time are the ones sometimes don't want the people who give the money their reward. They don't want to explain. Particularly if you meet a partner who was already in business and you put more money into their business, until make sure that you agree, you write it down that this I'm putting my money here. And that's why sometimes the best partner is the bank. Go to the bank, agree, this is the money I want, do a good proposal. See Stanley here. Dr. Stanley will help you do proposal. The relationship managers will help you do proposals. It enables the part to serve its clients better. Strategic alliance will enable you to make a quantum leap in growing your business. Yes, never say that you don't have money. Banks are there. Use the money that others have put, and the banks have already there to make there. But make sure your business also will be profitable, not just taking money. You must meet your objectives, both customer objectives, financial objectives, process objectives, and people objectives. Okay. The process of forming alliances should be systematic, fine-tuned so that you can use it repeatedly to achieve consistently good results. Those failures you have all indicated here. Did you have an exploratory meeting? Did you meet and ask key questions? Why do we need to have this alliance? What are you good at? This is what I'm good at. You say this you're good at. Do we need more? What else do you require? After agreeing about the partners, did you do brainstorming meeting? And this is also brainstorming meeting. This is where we go wrong. Sometimes even when we are taking loans and we are doing whatever, we don't think through. And then we say, loans are bad. You took because you saw others doing. You need to do brainstorming meeting with significant others. Every partner should have significant others. Let's learn to communicate. Let's learn to indulge. It's a wonderful thing to happen. There must be a strategic action plan, development meeting, that this is our vision. What do we want to become? And let me tell the people that particularly the businesses, there's the idea that previously people had the best attitude of doing the vision, that we want to be the best in the world. We want to be the best for what? And we have changed that understanding to go to your mission. First of all, in your mission, what do you want to provide? How do you want to deliver? If you're in for example, if you're in water sector, the area that you are, what is your responsibilities to create? For example, have tap water in every household. Even yourself, you can say you want to see whatever type of product in every office. That's a vision. But this vision being best west, that's where we are used. But now here, we need a strategic action plan. We need, in this point, we need to discover ourselves, strengths, weaknesses, and why we need partners. We need to dream together with our partners. So how do we do? Don't leave them aside. We dream together. That's the second day. I'm giving you 5 days. First one, discover yourself, then discover the partner. Number 2, you need to dream. Now dream alone and also dream together so that you can be able to develop an action plan and a goal, set the goals together. Then design how we are going to do it. You know, many times why we fail in partnerships, we get the money there, then we say, here it is, you continue, bring profit, please. Design together. Then you have to document. The 4th B, you have to document. Write it down. Even if it's your brother, right? Even if you're giving anybody money, write it down. Even if people these days are saying technology, I send M-Pesa, I send Zoom, Vuma, I send whatever, then you think that's not enough. When you are sending, why were you sending? That's a proof of you have sent, but you need to have agree in writing, be it by email, by whatever, document, write, send, sign, scan, send back, so that there is commitment. This is where many of us fail. Then after designing, we have said we have to discover, we have to dream together, we have to design together. Let somebody not say that they don't have time to design together. You have to design together. Then you have to document it together and have witnesses to this. In the mind, when you do these things, it becomes serious. Because why do we fail? Whenever you have a partner, did you discover together? They didn't have time to come. They didn't have time for the meeting. They told you, continue. It's okay. I will give you. I will be available. It will fail. So from today, let's learn. Then the 5th D, there must be delivery. And there must be continuous performance evaluation. Are we delivering? We must be checking ourselves. Are we where we aimed going? Are we in our journey? Are we going where we intended to go? Are we where we intended to go? Strategic action plan presentation meetings together, and then continuously ongoing meetings, checking what we planned, what we documented. Are we there? Are we getting it? What do we need to do different? This is what we call strategic alliances consultations that will help us to be able to be successful and to have quantum leaps, quantum growth leaps in our businesses. Okay, back to my great panelists, great participants. I request okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Lack of clear goals, now we're learning. Now, we need to go to the next level of understanding the bolts and nuts and bolts of building strategic alliances. May I ask my participants again, now that those who can be able to, what are you seeing in that presentation? What can you see in that presentation? What can you see in that presentation? Write in the chat box. What can you see? Visually, what can you see? Write in the chat box. What can you see? What's coming in your mind? What are you able to see in that presentation? What are you able to see? What is able to come to your mind? And in matters of strategic alliances, in matter building alliances for business growth, what are you seeing? What are you getting? What is the takeout from this? From this photo you can see there. Look at it keenly. We are building strong business alliances. What is your take? Are you learning something? Are you observing something? What is it from that great photo? So, okay, tools required to build a house. Thank you. Tools required to build a house. Thank you, Alice. Martin, you're saying different tools that are necessary to build a house. Again, different skills that we require to build alliances. Tools, clarity of roles. Thank you, Dr. Peter Ketonyo. Clarity of roles. Every linkages. Thank you, Dan. Gladys, tools for building alliances. Supporting each other, build alliances with their specific strength. A hammer has its role. A screwdriver has its role. There is also the painting. Okay? There is, you can see compatibility, plan, good structure. This is what we are talking terms of references. Tools for building. Thank you, Nyokabi. Thank you, James Soithaka. Compatibility. In building the business alliances, remember this picture. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to lose money. Don't be in a hurry to lose your good time. Don't be in a hurry to lose your good skills. How to build alliances, the nuts and the bolts. Lay the groundwork. Number one, lay the groundwork. If you're somewhere you can write, I always tell people, it's very important, even if you never refer to it, but a rate, something will stick out of 10, you'll not miss 7. Lay the groundwork, align resources. We are building alliances. Build the capacity, invest in outreach, getting one another. Let's communicate, let's indulge, create a culture of bridge building. Lay the groundwork. First D, discover. Number 2, think it through. Discover, dream together. First D, second D. Think it through. Discover, dream together. Think through, assess your needs, discover your needs. Choose allies carefully. Are we able to, if you've discovered the partner, but ask yourself, are you able to dream together? You may not be able to dream together, so don't continue. It's always good to stop and check yourself. Choose your allies carefully. Build relationships to last. Build relationships that last. And this one, you don't have to jump and know that relationship we are getting into, it is for posterity. And that's why even in the world of marriage, you have to sign some documents. You have to have done all this manner of all before you know what. Then there are those that can work, those that cannot work. So think through it. Build the relationship consistently. How do I greet you? How do I greet my partner? Find a common ground. Just what that picture there. There is also the science of greetings. How do I greet one another? Though the new normal has brought the issue, oh, is namaste. But now we say there's a way when you greet someone, people and even yourself, you can feel this is, even right now we have masks. When you meet someone, are the eyes on the ball? Are the eyes on the pupil? Build and find a common ground. Build relation. Break the ice. Be a good communicator. Listen fast. Talk to one another. Listen to yourself. Listen to what is not said. Agree on terms. Commit to long term. Invest in one another. Remember, it's a great investment in building alliances for business growth. If there's no commitment for long term, too bad. Number 4, make it work. It's gonna not be easy. Can look at that photo. How does it look like? Yeah, one is ahead, you need the other. But now make it work. Start early and small. Thank you for those who have, we said around 53 have been into this game. And out of the 63 that have been, 53 who have been into alliances, others have failed. Many have failed, of course. Don't worry, that is learning. Start early and start small. Help even your children, help even significant others to start early and to have small failures. They're called small learnings. Start early, make it work. Give before you get. You must agree time to invest, time to build, time to grow it, time for maturity. During maturity is when you start. Some people start the business immediately. Then you have this partner who plays you, because when you started investing, immediately they pull out. You had this partner who had the time, immediately you started, they said, I've gotten another job. Or they started doing the other mannerisms. Make it work. Give before you get. Offer to do groundwork. There must be sacrifice. Both of you, and many at times, you who is here in this platform today, you must give thyself. You must sacrifice. It will never be 50-50. You must sacrifice for it to work, and sacrifice for it to communication. Share the spotlight or stay behind the scenes. Sometimes building these alliances as you are working, and this you'll see so many chamas have come. Others are growing, others are not growing, others they're just going merry-go-round, they're just the same sport, they're not making money. Why? Because they are 4, they are 5, they are 10. They bring the money together, but they don't have even an officer, an office, or somebody they employ, all of them together to leave this person, go ahead and do it. So why are you expecting others to work and you share? Make it work. Give thyself. You have to sacrifice. Make it work. Whatever it takes. That is the clarion. Whatever it takes, it must work. Okay. Number 5, right size expectation. Right size expectation. Right size expectation, right size calculations. I've seen people making big mistakes in business, particularly living the corporate world. You come out here you come out here in the jungle, you meet the jungle experts. For example, you hear people are buying trucks, you go buy truck, you say that you're going to farming. Please get enough information. When you get, calculate, recalculate, be patient. Develop messages together, expectations together, calculate together. What if? Always have the what ifs. Okay? Support their work. Partnerships are two-way. Support one another. Support the work. Partnerships are two-way street. Let's support one another. Remember, you know your strength and you know their strength. You know what they brought. Continue together, everyone to put their foot forward. Types of boundaries that we need to know in alliances. Set boundaries and respect them. Differentiate what is personal to what is emotional. And we all need these intelligences. Very important for us. Ensure you are able to set the boundaries. That is personal. You can do your thing, that's personal. Some people want, when they have money, they're buying big vehicles. They enjoy big phones. That is them. Maybe they are sanguine. Others, they want to keep calm. You cannot be like the other person. Let's respect boundaries. There are things which are personal. There are things which are emotional. And we have different emotional makeups. Mentally, there are some people who are powerful. There are some people who have mental endurance. Let's respect them. There are some people who cannot work for too long. Don't expect your partner maybe to push too hard like you do. Maybe they can do 2 hours and deliver results. Maybe you can do 1 week. But again, let's see the mix. Materials, which to be spent where? Physically. Get to know and encourage one another. Spiritual. And when it comes to spirituality, yes, there's the God, the Father who created us, be it whatever, from whatever religion. But when it comes to business spirituality, we say, what is the legacy that we shall leave when we exit this partnership, this alliance? What legacy? Or what legacy as together shall we deliver to our communities, to our people, to our other businesses, to our businesses that we are starting, to where we were? Tune in. Don't cave in. Tune in and be able to know one another. Respect. Have strategic meetings. Sometimes even go out together. Look for a place whereby you invest even time, team building time. Find common ground. Don't be too much that you're the one who knows everything. No, they also have something. You who also, maybe you are the party which is in your type of doing things, you are not persistent. Understand the other party and appreciate it. Always discuss this. I appreciate your speed, but some are slow. But can you improve? Can I reduce? We get the best mix. Agree on goals and milestones. Get clear on roles and responsibility. Set the boundaries. Who does what? And I've seen, and even locally, we have very great alliances that are happening. Sometimes we refer to those big alliances, what happened to Boeing, what happened to these other big companies, what happened to Oppo Computers. But even around, alliances that have succeeded, alliances that have failed. Yourself, you have them. What is your space? What is their space? What is our space? And what is the boundary? This is very important for us to appreciate this. Know your likes, you know your dislikes, and always respect each other. Number 6, don't forget to set boundaries and respect theirs. Very interesting here. Number 7. Dear participants, get on the chat box. Check this good photo. What comes into your mind? We have gone through the 6 strategies, the 6 nuts and bolts in building alliances. What say you about this good picture? What say you about this good picture? Thank you. Always teamwork. Visioners and teamwork. Okay. Teamwork and collaboration. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Mutaza. Thank you. Pulling together, embracing teamwork. Umoja ni nguvu. Nikomalizie, utengane ni udhaifu. Small contributions means a lot. Small by small. Togetherness, we make it. Hannah, thank you, Moses. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Alice. Teamwork, Justice Morioki. Thank you. All of the above. Esbon, hey. Leadership and teamwork. All right, togetherness. Everyone is important. Everybody is important. So even that one who's observing. So, sometimes people think in strategic alliances, but you can even see there is another one on top, whatever they are carrying. There's an importance and significance they have there. Working together as a team to achieve our goals. Wow. Thank you, Caroline. So, number 7, work together to tell your story. We are all part of the story. I was holding this point. I'm the one who was here, and this is how I do it better. I was watching, so to see the other side. Fantastic. Working together. Leverage partners' reach and influence. There are those who are very good to go out there, meet people, do many good stuff. Let's respect them. There are those who are quiet, they're calm, they think through, they document. Let's respect them. Work together, tell the story together. Choose spokespeople based on audience values. Again, have a partner. You don't need to fight for space. There are those who are good communicators. They are blessed. Anytime they can deliver. They can deliver they are blessed with what we call sometimes they deliver what is called, they have an assemble of an attractive personality. They have assembled an attractive personality. You can also assemble a attractive business personality. That's why we do marketing and advertisement. Tell the story together. What is the story? Choose the spokespeople who will be the front line. Even when you go to government, they tell you the spokesperson is already designed to be the CEO of the organization or the secretary of the commission. Share the work and the credit. Remember, there's the adage saying where there are those who work and there are those who take credit. In the partnership, both. We work, we take credit. There's no that one works, this one takes credit. This is where reward issues come into place. So work together, tell the story. Develop a compelling story. Delivering compelling customer value proposition. That's another topic we want to look in the near future. How do you develop a story to tell about your business? How do you develop a story, the nuts and bolts together? Very, very important for us to be able to achieve this. Together, we will make it happen. Now, another good thing here you're used to. Either you see it. These are quick comments I require from the participants. As part of our continuation of nuts and bolts, building strategic alliances, what are you seeing here? What's your takeout here? Okay? Chat box always, as usual. Yes, we are learning. The more you chat, the more you get. Thank you. So you can also get to the question and answers. I can see some of my business partners just get to take the same to the question. I will also respond to your questions. Please feel free. There's a question place I will address. Okay. If you have any question, put in the question box. But again here, what are we seeing? Must be strategic to the point. Fantastic. Thank you, Timothy Kakai. Must be strategic to the point. If you think getting that strategic to the point, go and buy this dartboard. Try to hit that bullseye. You'll discover the same difficulty it is to get the bullseye. The same difficulty is to get that strategic point. Each of us should be focused on a focal point. Don't forget, we also need to practice this dartboard. Go and buy a dartboard in your partnership board or somewhere, even with your employees, and have a dartboard. See how difficult. Get a learning out of it. Goal oriented, focus, aims to one goal, the bull's eye. You shouldn't miss when you're aiming for a shot. Be tactful. And this tact, Fortunatus, this tact requires continuous engagement, continuous practice. And you can have a board, a dartboard, with your partner and be saying, whenever we go for a meeting, let's throw this dart. Let's see what we get. Aiming is important. The doing of the aiming, being the tact, must be continuous development. Thank you, great people. I love you all. Today, you are fiery. Thank you. Getting focused to achieve goals. Thank you, Nelly, again. Use partners strategically. The learning here is use partners strategically. Take advantage of existing networks. Don't be selfish. Bring your networks, but also if you're good in networking, the other one maybe is good in process, production, documentation, managing. You are good maybe in networking. Use partners strategically. Go for low-hanging fruit. What is this already you have? What is this that you already have? What is this that we already have? Can we be able to get best out of it? Move forward, move outward in concentric circles. Don't give up. We must be going this like merry-go-round, this like in these concentric circles. We are aiming here. We are going to aim that red. We are going to this. There's a learning from the dartboard. We are going to aim there. This is how we wanna consistently do it. This is how we wanna consistently do it until we become one. Communicating. Participation. Right? Those CP. Communicate. Participate. Engage. Appreciate. Communicate. Be it in Google, be it in Reddit, be it in Facebook, be it in Instagram, be it in LinkedIn, be it in Twitter, be it in the interest, be it in YouTube, be it in chamas, be it in church, be it in funerals, wherever we are. Communicate. Appreciate. Harness the power of social networking tools continuously. Harness the power. And sometimes you can meet, you have a partner who's very good in communication in all this, and another one is not good in them. He even doesn't have a Facebook account, doesn't have even LinkedIn. Help, then do what you're good at. And here, dear business people, dear fellow colleagues, participants. This is why you also need young people. They are gifted in this thing. They were born, particularly those who were born when they were phones. It's not the difficult thing for them to do this. You and I, sometimes we are struggling, but because we were used to learning things fast, we continuously learn the nuts and the bolts of building strategic alliances. Research, relate, engage. Discover, dream, design, document, and deliver. Do your homework. Build relationship and earn trust. But remember, never kill somebody because of trust. Lucky Dube said, do not even trust yourself. So why are you expecting so much trust from another human being? But ensure relationship, and earn trust, even earn trust to yourself. Ask questions. The science of questioning helps you get details better. Create an incremental wins. Hold one another to build incremental wins. So key takeaway from this: find partners that complement your strengths and address your weaknesses. Start small. Have a big vision, but in that big vision, start small. Have a big mentor, big alliance that you wanna, but start small. Focus on values. Focus on values. Values are culture. Values in your organization. Values of integrity, diligence, accountability, transparency, communicate. In fact, the most important value: communicate, communicate, communicate. Integrity in communication, accountability in communication. Then we'll be able to get the others, the participation, the appreciation, appreciating and appreciating and appreciating. Strategic alliances are key to short-term wins and long-term credibility. It's all about relationships. You have to give as you get. You must sacrifice to be able to get. Build partnership depends on shared values. What is this that we are sharing to be able to build? And we can see so many. I've seen my very good friends in construction industry. They're doing very well. One is an QS. The other one is a civil engineer. They complement each other. They're able to bring a bill of works. They're able to do, and they're doing great projects. Now that one is that consortium. They also, on the other side, they have the architects. Yeah. The other side, the architects who also have several alliances inside them. They're having architect, mechanical engineer. They draw all those things together. They make them come perfect. When they finish drawing, they take it to the other alliance, whereby in that, so you can have alliances to multiple alliances or to further strategic alliances. And they deliver, they take, and they're local. They take billion worth of projects together, because the other one is in drawing and whatever, then here on the building and cost accounting. In construction, we call it the quantity surveyors. They do the bills of quantities. So even when they're doing the proposal, they're on point. Ideas that make partnership work. Kindly share the ideas that you believe that make partnerships work. Let's go to our chat box, people. Dear participants, let's go to our chat box. Let's go to our chat box. Thank you. Let's go to our chat. Ideas that make partnerships work. You also have an idea. You have also had some partnerships that worked. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Share with us. We want also to learn from you. We also want to borrow something from you, great participants. You have ideas that worked. Share with us. Share with us. Yes, continue. Share with us. Ideas that make partnerships work. Share with us. Honesty, accountability, trust and accountability were upheld. Having like-minded ideas and same goals. Commitment to agreement. Yes. If you don't have agreement, it will not work, man. Yes, you commit to agreement. It works. Thank you very much. Integrity, flexibility. Make communication your cup of tea. Yes. Communicate. How are you? In the evening, how was the day? Did we get the reports for the day? How are we looking? Are we still on our target? Are we still into our bullseye? Teamwork. Thank you, participants. So, ideas that make partnership work. Be nice. Number one, be nice. People want to work with nice people. Have developed what's called an attractive personality. You have a definite purpose together. Number one, you have a definite purpose. Number two, develop mastermind alliance. Develop a mastermind alliance. Like what I've told you about the example about the example about the architects with the mechanical engineers, the civil engineers with the quantity surveyor. Two corporates, two separate alliances that help build a bigger alliance. Assemble an attractive personality. Use applied faith. Use applied faith again. Use applied faith. Number four. Number five, go an extra mile. You must sacrifice. You must sacrifice people. Go an extra mile. Have personal initiative plus today so that you can deliver the alliance, and always have, you must develop what's called positive mental attitude. You have to develop positive mental attitude that what we have started, we are going to make it work, whatever it takes. Be nice, be trustworthy, be prepared to work hard, go an extra mile. Don't be a pig. A sustainable partnership is profitable for all parties, not only you. Try to get every dollar, so don't try to get every last dollar off the table. Don't be a pig, not thinking of others. It's not about you. Celebrate accomplishments as a team. Evaluate yourself as a team. Build a genuine desire for others to succeed. We shall grow great partnerships. Make a family. Remember, your partner is a family. I have seen great partners. They even want to, when they're family events, they feel one another, they support one another socially, emotionally, economically. So the family of this knows the family of the other. They know one another. They come together. They communicate across. People from your side should know people from the other side. There's no replacement for face-to-face, person-to-person relationship. We must invest in time and effort. Know your customers, customer. Know your supplier, supplier. Know people so that you can be able to see what you can be able to do better together. Romance will fade. Respect each other. Today we are in romance. We are doing well. We may be doing business, but anything can come. But remember, respect each other. Respect the business. We were together in it. It happened. This time around, it did not happen. Don't blame one another. Plan to disagree. Instruction in the partnership include a plan how you shall resolve difference. Even have a person, another person or another where you will go and say, if we disagree, go to this person, or let's go to this organization for a disagreement resolution. So as we conclude, 5 components of strategic business, successful business alliances. Number one, there should be a business goal. Number one, there must be a business goal. Number two, there must be a core competency and a core competitive source of competitive advantage. There must be a source of competitive advantage. I know in the month of April, we shall be dealing with a topic on competitive advantage in this platform of KCB Biashara Club. I will be with you. How to develop competitive advantage. So you must have a goal, core competency or competitive advantage. We must be able to know how to deal with competitive threats. When it comes, how do you deal with it? Issues like communication. When we are not agreeing, where shall we do? What shall we go to? How shall we be able to do this together? How shall we volunteer even to be able to invest more? Number 4, create and maintain strategic choices. Have various alternatives derived. Should we fail here? Where can we go? Should we succeed here? Where can we go? Then mitigate significant risk. Always have a list of the business risks that can come together, and how shall we mitigate them? So again, what your take-home lessons from this discussion today? So put in your chats and we'll be glad to connect you. What is your take-home? Just write one thing. What is your take-home today? What are you going to do today, from today henceforth? Are you going to be in alliances? Yes? No? Yes? How? No? How? Thank you. Participants, let's go to the chat box as we come, we do and we commit. We said 8 to 9:30. On 9:30 sharp will be done. But again, get to audio lessons. Take home, take home, take home. Let's share. It's also sharing. Okay. Thank you. Someone says here, documentation is what they're taking home. Never have an alliance or a strategic partnership without. How do I build that last? Yes, thank you. You're learning. Plans can work if you do it the right way. Strategical building alliances, choosing strategic. I will choose alliances strategically. Keep communicating. Dream alone and together. Sacrifice. We want to get there. So, my dear participants, we are learning. We will continue learning in this forum. So, I'm going now to check your question and answers. But no one has posted in the question and answer, but there was one question in the chat box, which I will address. It was, sometimes we must bear one another as these things, they happen. There was one person who had a question somewhere, but on the chat box. We will forgive you today. So let's see the question. My business partner has a full-time job. He gives about 10% of time required for business. I do about 90%. Okay. I give my whole day to the business and I don't do anything for myself outside the business. Can I draw an allowance from this? I want the participants to help me in this question. There is this friend of ours, maybe him or imaginary, that 10%, the partner gives only 10% of their time. This partner A gives 90%. So he's asking, can I get an allowance out of it? So dear participants, so should we get an allowance for it? My response from this training today is, maybe that is, what is your contribution? What is their contribution? Sit down, discuss with your partner. Sit down, discuss with your partner. It's very, very important. Always keep discussing. Write it, in fact, not just verbally, write it down. The way this question you have asked, write it and ask your partner. Okay, getting focused. Thank you. Respect, not happy. Okay, thank you. Business alliance, symbolic relationships. In fact, the more you want, of course, you want an allowance. Please communicate to your partner, agree, communicate, keep communicating. So I must appreciate all of you for being with us. Thank you so much for building business alliances. Even this, what we have here is a business alliance at the Biashara Club. Build alliance for business growth continuously. There is my contact, Dr. Stanley Karanja, being your presenter today. We really thank you. We also thank all the people who have been supporting us, the KCB Biashara Club, the Mr. Odipo, Nyambura, who's gonna give the last word, Rachel Kimani. We have Stan Consulting Group, the technical team, and all of you for your participation and alignment. I feel humbled to be with you in this webinar. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So Nyambura, back to you for the final closure. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stan, for building the alliances for us and teaching us what to do. For me, one thing I won't forget, it says, don't be a pig. Very interesting. We have one question in the Q&A, and I think it's a comment from anonymous attendee. My take home is, it's funny to plan for disagreement plan. I guess it meant it's funny to plan for disagreement plan. Kindly let us know that we exist as mediation consultancy by the name Kisumu Mediation Center. Well, it's not a question. So there we have a consultancy by the name of Kisumu Mediation Center. Though it's anonymous, I'm not sure how we'll reach you. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? I haven't seen any question in the chat section. We don't have another one in the Q&A. We have comments coming from Hannah Mbogwa. Thank you so much, KCB. Thanks, Dr. Stanley. Very good and informative. That's what Mutsatsa is saying. Then we have Marianne saying, thank you so much. So there are good comments coming here. And I think that this was well tackled, Daktari, at the beginning of the year, so that we all plan what to do with the remaining of the year. Mary Olubai says, I'm very well informed now. Was in the process of starting an alliance. Now I know how. Appreciated the session. Thank you. Thank you all of you for joining us and for letting us know, and thank you for your feedback. Earlier we had asked about your sentiments on using our internet banking for transacting. Thank you very much for those who gave us before we started. As I have put on the chat, next week we will have 2 sessions. We'll have the normal training on Wednesday at same time, 8 to 9:30. We'll also have a session on Monday. Dr. Stan, I hope you will join us. We will be celebrating the achievements women have had for the women, and also the theme for this year is choosing to challenge, just to look at what have women challenged and what we have gained and celebrating them in that line. The session will start at 9 to 10:30 and the other one will be 8 o'clock. Noki has just put in a question on the Q&A. Please, maybe you could take this before we end. Where do you source for these alliances with a startup? Where do you source for these alliances with a startup? Daktari?
Where do you source for these alliances with a startup? I believe startups comes again with networking. Alliances come up with, they happen with networking. But again, this is a very important question, where we don't have many of the platforms where startups are posting, and that's why you see in the country right now there are all these startups which are the government is planned the incubation centers where they are starting. SMEs, and I think that's why the most important thing, I think something Nyambura and KCB we can be able to build and be able to have a profile of what to do business, for example, Biashara Club, and that has been one of the thematic strategic aim of business Biashara business KCB Biashara Club. How can we be able to help one another, connect, inspire, and succeed? Inspire, connect, and we succeed. So where do you source for this alliance? Alliances come maybe the people you've been meeting. You see the startups, and these are things that we can be able to put maybe on even adverts. You can try with us. If you have an idea, you can send an email to us, just Stan at Stan Consulting Group Ltd, Stan at scgafrica.com. You will see also in the slides, but you have my number there as well, so that we can be able to even advertise. We can do this. We advertise and say, these are the whatever we have. Then here we need a startup which has this, or I'm a startup which has this, and I'm looking for an alliance which has this, and then we build the process. As we continue building the process, and then we meet the likes of the Kisumu Mediation Center. There is also another one I know in Nakuru. How do we mediate, and then how do we move? I think that's a valid question, Nyambura. I think it's something we can do for Biashara Club. As Stan Consulting Group, we can also volunteer and incubate this idea where we can ask startups to connect one another and help build them to have a proper strategic alliances. Hope I've responded well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yes, you have taken that. And we also have Mutsaza, who has added that you could network, and also Victor, who says he's also a startup founder. We can connect. So there are many other solutions that are coming up from ourselves, and I think that's the way to go. It's part of building the alliances, and as we always say, that even for banking, we start from where you are. Even as you're a startup, just start from where you are, then we can move on together. Thank you very much, Dr. Stanley, for the session, and thank you for your time and the research that you have done on this topic. Thank you for all our participants for being here, and we are grateful. And I'd like to wish you a good day as we end here. See you next week, and let's keep connecting, inspiring, and succeed. Have a lovely week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.